What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty back here for some RFL football. And we have a showdown between two 6-4 RFL teams as the Mexico City Diablos travel here in the States to take on the Riverhogs here in Cincinnati. Another rain game, which sucks. Been a lot of those this week. Madden still hasn't fixed this. Please get these rain games reduced. But anyway, it should be a great game. The Diablos, even though they have the same record as the Hogs, it's the Hogs here with the home field advantage that need this win the most here at Boar's Head Stadium. They started out the season 6-0 and now sit at 6-4. 4 straight losses, looking to not try to make it 5 in a row. And what do you guys think? Do you think the Hogs get it done here tonight, or do the Diablos get their streak going to try to make a push to lead the NRC South? With that being said, it's time to get into this game. Mexico City, Cincinnati, underway here in the elements. As the extra point, kickoff, I'm saying every other kick option out there, is off, taken from about the 6 and down at the 26, and we will get our first look at the rookie from Oregon, who has been leading the bunch. Of course, the season started off real great for him with those 6 wins. Statistically, only 6 touchdowns to his 6 interceptions, so definitely some rookie-like statistics there. It has been tough transitioning over from college to the pros for him. He has managed to get the Hogs to get some needed victories this season, but he's also been on the back end causing some trouble for him. He's looking for a different outcome this go around, but first pass attempt covered well. Has to throw this away, and it's second down. Motion over towards the right side. Play action, and Shanahan almost not even having a chance to get that ball out of his hands, as he is nearly sacked by the linebacker Marvin Woolfolk, who currently is leading in the award for linebacker of the year in the NRC. Feeling that pressure again. He's got a throw out on the move, and that is dropped either way. And had he caught it, Randy Shropshire wasn't going anywhere for the most part afterwards, as Daniels Jr. was on him. And they'll have to punt it away. So a quick 3 and out by Mexico City. And surprised that there wasn't a single run attempt there by Cincinnati, as the Mexico City Diablos march out onto the field. And this is the first time we get a look live at the new quarterback here in his second week taking over the team, George McAfton. See, he's got 2 interceptions to his 1 touchdown, but over 400 yards in his first game for the Diablos in their win. Looking for a better performance here, as he will throw and complete his first pass. Looks like out to Piku McCullough for a gain of 4. Coverage there by Freddie McAllister, former defensive player of rookie of the year. Drop back looking to pass, and a completion will be good enough for a first down. He'll get some extra yards up the field. That's Drew Blaze, former Oklahoma Sooner, was one of Daryl Johnson's targets back in those times in CS2. Play action here as McAfton throws into the flats, and a great job by Blaze again as he gets back-to-back receptions. And he planted that foot in the ground, got at least about 3 to 4 extra yards in doing so, and that makes this second down a lot more manageable as they go play action again. And he fires into quadruple coverage, and it's finally intercepted. Strickland down the sidelines gets the turnover for the Hogs at the 36-yard line. Great play there, and we'll see if this can spark some offensive momentum for Cincinnati. That's interception number 3 in 2 games for George McAfton. You can see, boom, just bounces out of the hand of the intended target and out of the hands of a few defenders. You see Dion Bowe getting in there, but Lester Strickland, the old vet, keeping his eyes on the football and takes it away. Here's a look at the rushing leaders in the RFL. Hey, Matt Wheaton and Kingston Kinney already played today. As long as he can get 13 rushing yards in this game, Trey Shivers can be the league's leading rusher going in to week 12. As that's an incomplete pass thrown there by Ronnie Shanahan. And he had him too. I mean, he's open. You got to be able to complete that pass. He has yet to complete a throw, starting out 0 for 4. And they still haven't ran Shivers yet. And still won't. Play action. He's taking a shot deep down the field. It looks like he might have had a chance to even squeeze that in. And that's overthrown. Going heavy with Shanahan airing it out, and no choice but to have him throw the football here on the 3rd and 10. 6 straight passes, and they just cannot get him going, as that is incomplete. He can't even get that off, as the pressure was heavy there by All Brown. It's just not looking like a good start at all for the rookie. Fair catch going to be called at the 23-yard line as George McAfton back out onto the field after the circus-like interception on their opening drive. Trips look in the boundary, and they're going to go read option with George McAfton, and that does not work out. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Great tackle made there by Dion Bowe on Miami Hurricane. This linebacker core is something else for the Hogs, as they will look to run, and they will shut it down. 3 yards gain there on the play. 3rd and 7 for Mexico City. Full-man rush, he'll fire wide open. He's got Glenn Sharp all the way to the 47-yard line for a big Mexico City first down. And this is just a target. You cannot leave this open. It's tough when you got an athletic tight end to have to guard. And you could see it was linebacker on tight end on that situation. And Charles Turner, great linebacker, by the way, but just could not keep up with Sharp there on that route. And trying to establish that run game. It's a good run still there of 4 yards for Madison Axel. Madison Axel, a lot of teams have been able to keep him in check. A lot of games under 100 yards rushing this season. You can see last week only 56 rushing yards. Did find a way to get in the end zone. One thing the Hogs do very well is stop the run. And they'll go play action. Heat's coming. Throws it up again. And the double coverage almost caught by Piku McCullough. But at the last second, it hits the turf. And it's 3rd down. The pass rush of Cincinnati can be extremely powerful. You see the heat coming, and there it is. Sack on the play for Harrison. George McAfton tried to beeline it out on the right side, and that pressure was just too much for him. And still no points here in this one, as this almost looked like it was going to be a coffin corner punt, but crosses the line. And so the refs are going to say the offensive possession for the Hogs are going to start at the 20-yard line. I would like to see the Hogs establish a run game. I mean, 6 straight pass plays and nothing completed for Shanahan. They finally will opt to run their playmaker, and it's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. And there's going to be an injury, and a big injury too, for the Diablos. Hopefully this is something that does not stick throughout the rest of this game. That is their top defensive back. Sheldon Reinhardt actually leads for defensive back of the year in the NRC. And here's a throw that is completed. His first completion drops it in the breadbasket for Randy Shropshire, which will make this 3rd down manageable. I know the run game didn't work before, but see if they go with Shivers here. They don't. They'll put it in the hands of Shanahan, and he gets intercepted, picked off going the other way. Who needs a Reinhardt? We've got a guy coming in with a pick 6. Touchdown, Greg Pounds and the Diablos. This just simply comes down to arm strength, right? trying to squeeze in a flats throw that's been picked off a lot this season for quarterbacks that just does not have the zip to get it there. Shanahan's just 85 overall throw power here in that attribute, and so I mean it's an easy route to be picked off for him when you got a guy reacting like Pounds did on that play as the extra point is up. It's good, and the first touchdown of the game is a defensive one. Again, the woes continues here for the rookie. He's now got 7 interceptions thrown on the season. And they've got to figure a way to get this offense rolling as they'll take this one from about the 3-yard line. Good return. He'll get near the 30. And this is about as bad as a start as you can ask for as a quarterback. And you're just looking to put those plays behind him. And again, if I'm Cincinnati, take some of the pressure off this kid. They're still passing the football. And, I mean, this has been the same offense they've been running. And they just usually come out here with a strong running attack and try to go with the aerial attack. It's not working. The ground game still, even though they only tried it twice, has been contained by this defense. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep with it because you're going to get plays like this, and they're going to say it's a fumble, which I think might come back. I think his knee hit the ground there, but Dre Shivers, at the time, they're going to say has lost the football, and hopefully they get this overturned because if not, the Diablos are already going to be in Cincinnati territory. Looks like that knee definitely hit the ground right there. As you can see, he lost it. The captain and the guys rolling out. We'll see if a challenge or a review. There goes a booth review. We want to take a look at this. And again, looks like that right knee was down. And you can see right there. Then the ball came loose. Still having possession. Then boom. Lost it. That should get overturned. So Cincinnati has the football back. The first down, thanks to Shivers. And Shivers gets another carry. Explosive 4 yards. Last week, 105 yards rushing. A game that came down to the wire, was very close. Shanahan changing up some things at the line of scrimmage. And they're going with what's working out. And look at it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is the bread and butter for this offense. It's not the passing game. It's not put it in the hands of Ronnie Shanahan and let him go off and do what he can do. It's give the ball to the old vet, number 37, Dre Shivers, and let him make plays. He's been doing it all year. There goes a completion underneath. Almost enough for the first down as he falls inches short. He's got that completion out to Caleb Godfrey. And a dump off to Shivers. Wise decision. Big hit. Hit him so hard he went flying back, and that's how hard it is to even tackle Dre Shivers. They both blew each other up on that play, and it's a first down for Cincinnati. Quick throw over the middle. Slant caught, and Tavion Blue, the former Wisconsin Badger, tried to get that first down, but swung a yard short. 2nd and 1. And there goes Shivers. Again, just when you need him, call him. More than likely, he's going to come out with the play you need on the ground. It's a little bit winded, looks like, back there. They will give him another carry. Not much going there. They'll probably have to give him a little breather after this play as he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's still in that backfield. If I am the Hogs, I probably will not give him the football here unless you get some superb blocks, or at least hope to. Shanahan throws while on the move, had a wide open Shivers there for a big play that could have been a first down. And this, again, was what plays into the height factor. Has to move around to find angles to try to throw the football. And that's what causes that pass to be inaccurate. As Shanahan, with the pressure in his face, throws a second interception and ends a good-looking drive as he throws one right to Corey Vickerson. It was Corey Vickerson who blew up Shivers on that big hit stick earlier. And Shanahan, man, it just having a rough go at it here. Dre Dawkins, you can see, was coming in with the pressure from that right side. And, man, just a bad ball thrown at the worst time. You finally had the offensive momentum going for the team. And you turn it all over, all for naught. Weak eye formation here. They'll run the football. Big lane. And a first down for Madison Axel. Actually talked about this defense being pretty good against the run. They're actually not that great against the run. They're really good for the most part with pass rush, but they're 22nd against the run. Here's a throw. Kika McCullough. He's got 9 yards quickly. 2nd and 1. They're going play action. Fires, and he's got a man. First down. And that is it for the first quarter. It's 7-0. Man, the Hogs could have been on the board, but second interception thrown by Shanahan sets up an opportunity for the Diablos to go up by 2 possessions here in the second. They're already across midfield here. Quick RPO, breaks the tackle, and McCullough has got 5 yards. He is one of the 2 99 overall rated receivers in the league. Of course, the other being Romeo Jackson of the Memphis Steamers. Play action here. He's got some pressure, and there goes Harrison with his second sack of the game. Huge play there. Four-man rush here. McAfton feeling a little bit of heat. Fires an absolute dot on the left sideline to M&M, as we like to call him, Mike Mart, to the 28-yard line, and a first down. This is just a great ball. Look at this. Place that right outside for him to catch over the shoulder. That's not an easy throw to make. An out route, you can ask any quarterback, a deep out route at that is extremely difficult to place on the money. And he put it there, and he gets sacked here. Charles Turner, I talked about him being a great linebacker, and look at this great defensive play here. He's taking it the distance. Touchdown, Cincinnati, an extra point away from a tie. Boy, they needed that. Look at the heat coming immediately. Boom! Knocks the football straight out of his hands, recovers it himself, and takes off for 6. Extra point here to tie things up. And it is good. 7-all, just like that in the beginning of the second quarter. I'll take this one from the 7. Oh man, this is a big lane. Great return. Gets out north for the 35. George McAfton has had 2 turnovers here in this game through an interception opening drive. Of course, sack fumble that went the distance to tie this game up. One thing that's always going to keep the Hogs in a game is this defense. So when you get an opportunity to get points, you do so. You take care of that football. As they come out here, first play with a run, picks up 3. Not a single offensive point yet. Pressure's coming. And what a catch. That's still held on to as Matthew Hall was in coverage. 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Had him open over the middle, just could not put it on him. And the defense will have the stop. Again, what makes these rainy condition games just the worst to have to play in is situations like that where you got missed throws. And there's a lot of weird situations usually happen just in rain games in general. And man, you see a rain game, you just feel the sign amongst the community like, oh man, another rain game. Here goes Shanahan. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He's going to take a huge loss of 10 yards on a sack. That is straight Dawkins. And you just can't do that there. I mean, you're outside the pocket. You don't even need to get this ball near a receiver early to throw to. Just throw the ball away. And I mean, you did have an option to try to air it out away towards, looks like Randy Shropshire. Just did not put it out there. There's a throw. Dangerous. He's lucky that Willis wasn't paying attention, because that could have been his third interception of this game. He'll fire one down the field here. Now that's a dime. Able to squeeze that in between two defenders. And it is a Cincinnati first down to Randy Shropshire. This is kind of how it's been for Ronnie Shanahan this season. He's going to make those bad rookie plays. And then he's going to throw some balls like this. A little low, but accurate. Gets there. And it moves the chains. Just what you need. Oh, quick throw in the flats here, and I think you can put that on Shropshire trying to be too flashy. He tried to catch it with one hand. Put two hands on that thing. That's a first down more than likely. And Trey Shivers blown up after a gain of 2, 3rd and 8. Quick throw to the flats. Can he get the first down? No, he doesn't. Godfrey tackled 2 yards short. Liked him to just stick his foot in the ground and go straight up the field. Kept running on an angle towards the defense there. Guess just a young receiver mistake. As they'll punt this one away. At least they got some breathing room with a good offensive drive. And a good punt, too, is going to put them inside the 20 at the 19. And still, these defenses, the only side of the ball to score in this game. Oh, what a cut. That's an Axel still running. Three yards on that play. 2nd and 7. McAfton in the gun, getting rushed. Fires. Good catch. Big hit. But a first down after getting blasted by Anthony Washington. Drew Blaze holds on. An empty set here. Blitz coming. But it's handled well, and it is a huge first down and then some for Mexico City. This is a part of George McAfton's game we really have not seen, but of course with the way this Madden has played out, allowing more quarterbacks to use their athletic ability, George McAfton's got a little bit of skating ability on him. You can see right there, taking advantage of that man coverage. Great job by the offensive line, picking up the blitz, holding those blocks for him, and opening up that big lane for him to go through. 3-man rush here, so he should have time, but that is great pass rush, and this is good defense as it's broken up, incomplete. Tried to squeeze one in there for Drew Blaze, which, man, that was actually a pretty good ball. It was in his hands for a second, but Freddie McAllister knocking it loose. And that's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Devontae Ryans former Stanford Cardinal. First ever RFL College Series, his 3rd and 10. Motion back and forth, Piku McCullough feeling some heat, fires, and he's got a man for a big first down inside the red zone. Drew Blaze just blazing, man. 61 yards on 5 receptions. And it's just him having that speed. Able to blow by Anthony Washington, who was in coverage. And Strickland couldn't get across fast enough. Blitz coming. Has to throw it. Gets it off, and what a catch by Madison Axel. Ball low and well behind him, and he still makes the adjustment to hang on for an 8-yard gain. Great job also by McAfton to even make that into a play. And Axel trying to get outside. As a great tackle made there by Kian Dever. A yard away from the first. Will they use Axel to try to get it? Or will they pass for it? They're looking to pass instead. Pressure's coming, and they're going to get him for a sack. That is the 3rd sack for Harrison, who he's now going. Oh, there's an injury. Puts him out for at least the next drive, maybe. Who knows? And they're going for it. And the former starter, Lane Kearney, is back in. Going for it on 4th and 2. Can he come in and keep the drive going? Yes, he will. 1st and goal, Mexico City. Might be able to cap this drive off himself with a touchdown. As he'll throw, and he's got it. Touchdown, Diablos. Drew Blaze, who was the big impact receiver throughout this drive, finishes it off with a much-deserved touchdown there. And look at this, a flag route working up against, I couldn't really see that. That's a linebacker. It's mismatch all day. And the old vet knew exactly where he was going with that football. Did not hesitate to pull the trigger. And Lane Kearney comes in 2 for 2 with a touchdown pass. As the extra point, it's good. We already know about Lane Kearney's future moving forward. He's not going to be the quarterback for the Diablos, as Coach Forbes has already made it clear. Hey, this is his last year. We're not looking forward to extending him. Went with the option to bench him for George McAfton, but getting an opportunity to still add on to those career stats. As the old vet throws one more touchdown in for the books. And now a 7-point lead for the Diablos. How will the offense respond? Again, a lot of passing still. I'd like them to go back to that one drive that they had going before, of course, the turnover, using Randy Shropshire. Here's a throw while on the move, and does manage to get it out there to Shropshire. So good pass, 6 yards. We'll give Shivers an opportunity, and this is what I'm talking about, man. This guy can just flat out run and make a play. And I just did not expect this type of performance from Dre Shivers. You know, at this point in his career, he's had some great seasons in the RFL, don't get me wrong. He's always been amongst the better backs in the RFL, but, you know, he's usually like bottom 5, you know, bottom 10 top running backs in the RFL. But this year, man, making a statement, and currently leads the RFL in rushing yards. And Shanahan taking a little bit too long. He could have got that ball off had he threw it a fraction of a second earlier. But again, you know, height might be playing a factor in that. It's hard to see and get that ball up and above where you need to. And he will miss a pass there. Had to connect on that one. Godfrey wide open. Had a few steps on the defender, just could not place it. Empty set, and the pressure comes in immediately. No block for him off that right side. Can't blame Shanahan there. They just overloaded him. They'll have to punt it. They will bring him down at the 19. As Lane Kearney is back out onto the field, still no sign of a return from George McAfton. But just coming off a touchdown pass. It's 2 for 2. See if he can go 3 for 3. That he does after a great on-the-head reception on Strickland by Glenn Sharp. Heavy pressure. Gets it off, though. And how about the setup blocks right there by Madison Axel? Just read exactly where his lane was going to be to move the chains. Got the most out of it. And a good ball. Man, Lane Kearney's fired up, man. He's saying, hey, I'm still that guy. And for however long McAfton's going to be out, I'm going to show you I'm still a franchise quarterback. At least right now, that's how he is looking. He's looking the part for sure. 24 seconds left. Hogs just need to stop these guys from getting any further down the field. He's going to bomb it, though. And good defense there by Strickland. Strickland's made a ton of plays so far here for the Hogs. Heat's coming. He's going to get sacked. Brought down for the 5th time. Kevontae Ryans will shut him down. 13 seconds left. They'll just run out this clock, I'm sure. And there it is. The end of the first half. It's a 7-point game. The Diablos lead it 14-7. So as we go into this halftime in the chat or whatever you guys want to put, third quarter is on the way. We'll go ahead and get a look at what has happened so far this week in week 11 of the RFL. Foragers and Pioneers game. Close game, but the Foragers get it done. The Pioneers really needed that victory if they could have pulled it off. Unfortunately, could not. They fall to 5-6 and hope that the Huskies drop one tonight. And how about the Lumberjacks bouncing back, needed to create separation in their division, and the Sentinels are just starting to fall apart. They started out 4-1, now 5-5 after the 26-14 loss. And then we had the Bulls and the Explorers. Bulls starting to drop down as well. The Explorers a much-needed win to keep the heat on the Lumberjacks, as we spoke about. They were doing well so far earlier. 23-10 was the final there. 14-7 is the score here heading into the second half. Both teams were able to score a defensive touchdown. The first and only offensive touchdown coming from the Diablos. And they get the football to start this second half, as this will be fielded at about the 10 and down at the 29. Lane Kearney looking for a score on the opening drive of this second half. They'll run it. Good defense there by Cincinnati. Also, we got ourselves a game, 8 p.m. Well, yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. Huskies, Cougars, going at it. Don't want to miss it. One of the bigger rivalries in the RFL. I know the Cougars are 1-8 on the season, but always a great game between those guys. And the last time they were on a live game, they got their first win of the season. Can they keep that streak going? So we have seen the Huskies struggle this year. Tackle's going to be made, though, and it's 3rd and 5. Kearney bombs one down the field. It is caught for a big first and goal. What a reception by Drew Blaze down at the 2-yard line. Wow. Blaze is balling. And these are the type of plays he used to make in college when Daryl Johnson used to fling that ball down the field. And this isn't just on anybody. That's on Anthony Washington. What a ball, too, by Lane Kearney. Puts it on his outside back shoulder to where Washington cannot make a play on the ball. And Kearney to the end zone for a second touchdown pass. And guess who, too? It's Drew Blaze. Oh, my God. This guy is killer, man. It is great to see College Series players just starting to blossom, right? He's getting an opportunity. I don't think many guys, the last couple years he's even been in the RFL, he's even remembered Drew Blaze and the impact he used to make for Oklahoma. Now here he is becoming an up-and-coming rising star at the receiving position for the Diablos, as that extra point makes it a 14-point ball game here, 21-7. Taken from about the 9. Nice little spin move, but he ended up spinning right into a big hit. At least lunged him forward for a couple yards out at the 31-yard line. Here's a look at how things have been going for Ronnie Shanahan. It has been a rough game for sure. 2 interceptions in this game. They only showed that one play there, but picked off twice. One of them went back to the house for a touchdown. He's been sacked twice. And he's going to play action here. Dumps it off, and a great play here. Stray Shivers. It doesn't matter if you don't run him and he's a receiving option that is open, you get him the rock. He's just too good with the ball in his hands, and you can't have these mistakes here up front. False start. Offense has already been struggling enough as it is. And that's actually on Dre Shivers. Last guy you expect to make a play like that to cost the team. And it's 1st and 15. He says, hey, let me make it up to you guys. They give him the carry on the first play, and he's ripping off 7 yards. He went from getting shut down the first 2 to 3 runs to averaging 4.8 yards a carry right now on his 10th carry on that play. 48 yards. A little bit high, but it is caught, and it's a first down for the Hogs there. Great catch by Tavion Blue. Again, more young receiving names in the earlier college series, getting those opportunities to display their abilities. Shanahan, he's got to throw this thing, gets sacked instead. Oh, Brown brings him down. 10-yard loss there. And if you were going to take off for a scramble, probably should have did that straight up the middle of the field. Thinking he had the afterburners to be able to outrun the D-line there, and no, sir. And sack number 3 for Mexico City. Quick throw as Leach. And man, Leach has just pretty much just been neglected in this offense. I mean, just have not been able to get the football to their top guy. And what a playmaker he's been throughout his career. And it's another false start. This time by the offensive lineman, Frank Granger, sent from Clemson. It's your man's, Pat. But anyway, 3rd and 21. And that ball just straight in the turf. Not even catchable. They'll have to punt it away. Yeah, this offense hasn't amounted for a single point on the board yet up to this point. And the Diablos offense is starting to catch fire with their former starter. Fair catch going to be caught at the 17. And, yep, still Lane Kearney coming out onto the field. 2 touchdown passes since coming in. He has ignited this offense, what it's really been this guy right here, Drew Blaze. He was on fire before he even came in. Lane Kearney is helping him just catch more fire, put more oxygen, more wind to it. Trip to the right side. Kearney will fire. Big hit there by Hall on Axel. He's looking for a flag. Hey, that's targeted. No, sir. Took him down, 2nd and 10. And that's batted down at the line. Two good plays to start things off for this defense. They've given up a few big 3rd downs when they had them. How will things go here? Here's a shot that is broken up, incomplete. And that's a battle that AW is going to win against Drew Blaze this time. Say, not going to cook me again on a streak. Fair catch called. Shanahan back out onto the field. Again, it's been a rough one. A lot of sacks taken. A lot of interceptions. They're still in this game. And this is an opportunity for them to try to piece something together. Again, got to get the ball in the hands of 37. They do get him the carry. And that's 3 yards on the play. Now up to 51 on 11 carries. He'll play action. And he's got to throw this away. There is no open option there for him. You saw that right side edge starting to come loose for him as the pressure was about to seep in. Wise decision there by Shanahan. Can he make the play necessary to get them to 7 yards here on 3rd down? He will fire. That is dangerous into triple coverage to Rainey Shropshire. And it is another defensive stop by the Diablos. We'll bomb this one. It's the left side and out of bounds at the 18. Great punt. Puts him inside the 20. Lane Kearney back out onto the field. Three-man rush. Missed ball there. Saw George McCafton miss that same pass. Now Lane Kearney coming in. Ball 2 out in front as well. Heavy blitz here. Feels the pressure and somehow gets it off and accurately for almost a 1st down. 3rd and inches. They'll toss it out there. Great job by the defense. Dion Bowe shuts him down. And it's 4th down. What's going on, Dreads Kingdom? Says 6 straight, lose 5. I'm not going to lie, bro. Off the top of my head, I'm not going to know that. And have a quarterback sacked 5 times in a game span. Not sure. But yeah, this has been a it's definitely been a crazy shift here for the Hogs. I mean, to start out 6-0, you know, the way they were going. And, you know, it wasn't like Shanahan wasn't struggling even during those wins. But it's just like now, you know, teams are starting to find just enough to beat, you know, them and get enough points, yards. Look at this run here, Dre Shivers. How do you get 9 yards out of that? This is what makes him so amazing this season. But, yeah, teams have found ways to take more advantage of his turnovers and turn them into points. Good job there. And, you know, just score a little bit more on this defense. This defense is still one of the best defenses this season in the RFL, I would say, with, you know, keeping teams in check, keeping themselves in games. And that's batted down at the line there, man. Just can't seem to get anything going right here on this offense. I mean, this is, again, one of the better defenses in the RFL, too. But we're getting to the stage now where, you know, you're going to need your quarterback to make some plays. I know Dunn's been trying to make his case, talking about getting a quarterback for the Hogs, you know, for the future. But, you know, we sold out on the future for Shanahan to get his development now. You know, it wasn't expected for the Hogs to come out and start the way they did. Here was a sack for Dion Bowe. Wasn't expected for, you know, the Hogs to be as great as they started out. Are starting to level, but, you know, this is going to be great development. Not to mention, despite the struggles currently I mean, this is with a guy who had the same amount of interceptions as touchdowns. Ronnie Shanahan still leads for Offensive Rookie of the Year in the ARC. So that's going to be big development for him. And might as well keep with the guy who's going to have that development for the future. This is a beautiful cutback. 8 yards on the run. Madison Axel. 10 yards needed here. And they look like they're going to get it. What a spin move. Axel is going to move the chains. That's a heartbreaker right there. Screen worked out to perfection. And it's plays like that that makes a defense as good as Cincinnati's is start to, feel a certain type of way and play a little bit less down to their standards because they're exhausted out there. The offense just really has not had their back at all. There's no points on the board offensively from Cincinnati. There's a throw over the middle. Good defense. Strickland making another play. He's been making plays all day. We talked about Diablo making plays all day. This defense, they got some ballers. Pressure's coming. And just able to get it off before Kaysen Fine got him for a sack. And here goes. You get Washington off this punt return. I don't know why your guy keeps getting on this punt return. You weren't even doing that at the beginning of the season. Maybe an injury happened. Your guy always sneaks his way in on punt returns, AW. I don't know what the deal is. You get him off there, though, before he gets injured. I formation. They're going to play action. And Shanahan takes off up the middle of the field, slides, picks up 3. Couldn't find himself an open target. Did what he felt best to do. And it's 2nd and 7. And a big hit there. It's going to be Willis. They'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. And again, they're forcing Shanahan to have to beat them. Here on a 3rd and long. Whoa, what a catch! I talked about Sylvester Leach being the huge playmaker for this offense in years prior. I mean, it's been a down year for him, but they just simply have not given him the football enough. And there he is finally making a play. Thought that was probably going to be intercepted. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. And guys, this game isn't over yet. The Hogs are in range to score. If they can get a touchdown, things could get a bit interesting. 21-7 the score here heading into the 4th. Let's get those 4s in the chat. A yard outside of the red zone. They're going to run Shivers. And Shivers cannot cut back for much. Just a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. And they'll come out in the I. And trying to get Shivers to get the yards they need in 2 runs results in only 2 yards. A yard apiece. Hogs will come out here in a strong I. He'll toss it out to him. Shocked by the play call, but Trey Shivers almost making it into something. There's some good blocks out there, too. But they'll stop him 3 yards short. Very shocked by the play call. Anyway, though, 3 straight run plays. I mean, I don't mind the first 2, but a toss on a 3rd and 8. I don't know about that one. Ross Goss with a field goal. Still going to be a 2-possession game here. It is 21-10, 11-point game. And although that doesn't make it a 1-possession game, you never know. That could come in handy if this defense continues to keep this offense strapped down in terms of scoring. And that gives the offense an opportunity to try to score. And if they score twice, somehow, they can take the lead in this game. So this defense got to keep doing what they're doing. Stay within this one, and it's a good first down run of 5 yards for Madison Axel to keep this offense on pace. And a great job by the defense. That time they'll hold them to just 1 yard. Big third down. And that's swatted away, incomplete. Wow, I'm shocked he did not take the drag option there. I mean, that seemed to be there for a little while. Try to get it to Glenn Sharp instead, and it's 4th down. So the Hogs get a stop. Offense has got to come through. Fair catch called at the 27. And here's a look at Sylvester Leach. 0 touchdowns this season. A yard away from 600 receiving yards. 50 receptions. Like I said, those sound like some pretty decent numbers, but I mean, through halfway of the season with Sylvester Leach and how much of an impact player he's been throughout his career, I don't know about that one. Here's a shot down the field. Oh my goodness! Tavion Blue just mossed 2 defenders on a bomb. Are you kidding me? We've seen some crazy catches in this game, and that's got to be the best one. Goes up on top of 2 guys. What? Wow. It's amazing to see this kid do what he used to do with those Badgers back in CS2. Wow. That is a pro play for sure right there. And Shanahan just threw that up and was praying. Man, what a play. Another toss out there. Look at these great blocks. Oh my goodness, way to stay in bounds. This is why Trey Shivers has been phenomenal this season and is the league's leading back. The second time they call a toss play, and I have not seen that play ran any better than those 2 last times it's been called. And they will run Shivers here. Good hit. They'll stop him. That's a shot in the backfield, too. Shivers is a bit fatigued here. They will give him the carry. Does not get the blocks he needs. Tackle made. And Roger Craig, the former gunner, has been with the Diablos now for few seasons. They're going to send heavy pressure. Shanahan, he's got to throw one in. It's a touchdown, Tavion Blue. If there's anyone who deserved a touchdown on that drive, if it wasn't Trey Shivers, it was Blue. Because, man, what a catch. Look at this. Against their best cornerback, boxes them out. Give me that. Well, actually, no. I thought that was Reinhardt. That's Rudolph. And the Hogs are going for 2 to make it a 3-point game. They're calling that toss. And it falls short. Almost thought that toss was going to work, man. I guess you see the Hogs running the toss play. Don't expect it to be a bad play, but that did fall short there. That's a great job by Mexico City. That was close, man. Man, had Godfrey been able to hold his block just a second longer, that's a touchdown. Well, a 2-point conversion all day. They say that knee fell before he was able to cross that line. So instead of it being a 3-point game, it's a 5-point game. But nonetheless, it's a 1-possession game. Just when we thought the Hogs were pretty much looking as though they were out of it. Offense finally able to score a touchdown. Huge play sparked it. And this defense, you got to give it to them, man. Even though they've given up some big plays themselves, This defense has kept this team at 21 for a while. And this offense almost had 400 yards total offense here. And still 21 points just on the board. And that is a first down. Good run there by Masson Axel. And you're seeing the Diablos take the approach of, hey, let's just run this clock down. Let's beat up this defense enough, tire them out, and then try to look to make those big pass plays down the field while they're fatigued. Here they go with play action. Oh, what a play. Great job getting that first down and in Cincinnati territory. Touchdown could pretty much potentially put this game away. Dion Poe with a good tackle there. There's going to be an injury on the offensive line for Mexico City. They will lose an offensive lineman. Big number 51, Terrell Lewis, their center, 80 overall. This is a great run that almost gets a first down. You can see that the Hogs are trying to expect, a run, a pass play, and so they're kind of playing back. And the Diablo's like, no, we're running this thing. I formation. And there goes Axel picking up a big first down. They're using Axel at the right time. Late in games, you got to burn that clock. Got to grind out those yards. He's doing it. Over 400 yards of total offense for the Diablos. And quick tackle made. 1 yard play. Cincinnati can just keep these guys to a field goal. They still got a shot to potentially tie this game up. Three-yard gain, 3rd and 5. They do not want to give up this first down here. Can they get the stop? He's hit as he throws, and it is dropped. What a play. Takes a hard hit, and M&M can't come down with it. And so they have to kick the field goal here. And this should be an easy chip shot. As the kick is up and good by Mason Morandi. 8-point ball game, 24-16 Diablos. And now the one side of the ball that's been struggling all game has to piece it together and score a 2-point conversion. If they want to send this game into OT, what a return. Gets out to the 34-yard line. That's how you spark things off. And Dre Shivers is right at 1,000 yards rushing this season as the league's leading back, the first back to hit that total in season 9 to 3 touchdowns. Shanahan throws on the move, and that is a big-time play for a first down to Sylvester Leach. We've seen Shanahan in those games that they won towards the end of games, even though he's had some bad showings. He sometimes can show you that clutch gene. It's a good ball right there. Tavion Blues got it to the 40. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. Could we get OT? If we do get OT, guys, just know that game that's supposed to be at 8 o'clock is going to get postponed to either 8:30 or 9 o'clock. The Cougars and the Huskies. I still got to take pictures of this. Oh, man. Swatted down. Incomplete. Had the first down on the slant right there. He just could not get it over the line. And he's got to throw it away. Oh, man. This is it. He's going to wish he had got some more air on that pass earlier. Again, we've seen, man, where that height has played its factors. Empty set. Shanahan, he's going to hit the slant this time, and it's a first down to Tavion Blue. He said, give me it again, coach. I'm going to get it to him. 1 minute and 50 seconds. 2 timeouts in the Diablos territory. They're sending blitzes. Here's a throw and another big boy catch by Tavion Blue. It doesn't matter who they got covering them. Guys just making plays. Three-man rush, so he should have some time here. Throws over the middle. It's going to be caught by Caleb Godfrey. Shanahan at 250 passing. I formation. And here goes Dre Shivers with a nice 5-yard rush. Shanahan got the check down. Great read. Oh my goodness, what a hit by Clayton Zeno. The former Horned Frog blasted him, but a great job catching the football by Shivers. What? No timeouts remaining for Cincinnati here. 40 seconds on the clock. It's a 3rd and 2. And we're seeing an audible called by Shanahan as he will look to pass. Hits the drag to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Brady Shropshire has got his team within 2 points. It's going to come down to this 2-point conversion. What an audible there by Shanahan. He decided to change it up. Went with the drag, and here we go. They must get this 2-point conversion if they want to send this game in overtime. They're going to run for it. Oh, no. I would have rather preferred a passing play there, and they're going to lose an offensive lineman. One of their young guys, Frank Granger. Wow. And that is going to be the unfortunate GGs here. Here's the onside kick. That's going to be recovered by Griffin Pritchett and the Diablos. That's your ball game, man. A game that looked like it was about to be over for the Hogs. I mean, it is still over. They still lost, but, man, the Hogs, their last couple of games have been some close ones. Managed to try to claw their way back into this one. Unfortunately, coming up short. Play calling definitely at times just been questionable. Very questionable. Wouldn't have went with a toss on that play as the knee is taken. One more knee more than likely, or even if we get that. But yeah, their last 2 games they've lost by 3 and 4 points. So I mean they're in these games, but just not coming out with the wins. And that's your ball game. 24-22 Diablos make it 5 straight losses for the once 6-0 Cincinnati Hogs. As for the Diablos, they now improve to 7-4 on the season. And the Hogs drop to 6-5, looking not to drop to 6 straight losses after 6 straight wins, as they have to play the Huskies next week, who play later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. But that's it for me. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. And I will see you guys within the next hour. Peace.